puts her to sleep. Hi, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ivy and I'm so glad that you're here. A lot of you have asked where this brownie recipe came from, like how I created it, why I created it. So I created it because when I was super pregnant, one, I wanted something like super indulgent and something that was gonna make sense for my body at the time and I could enjoy and still get, you know, a nutritious benefit out of it, right? So with my mom and I started searching for lactation brownie or lactation cookie recipes, and I could not find anything that I loved. I couldn't find anything that I really trusted or believed in the ingredients. So I was like, okay, Mom, like I'm just gonna create my own. So I went and got all the things that I knew encouraged breast milk. Went and got them, and then just got in the kitchen. So I actually pulled out my, you guys are gonna laugh, my Betty Crocker cookbook that a friend got for me when I got married, who I don't ever cook out of it because a lot of the recipes are just heavy and not something that I normally cook. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull out a traditional brownie recipe and just see what it says to make from scratch and see what it says, and let's see like how I can make this the way that's good for my body and what. So being as it was the end of my pregnancy, I knew a couple of things. One, I knew I wanted to be as healthy as possible for labor, and so a lot of that meant in my mind like eating like I would for a marathon. So eating super clean, super nutrient dense foods, and things that were full of fiber that could help me. Obviously when you get towards the end of pregnancy, there's so much pressure on your pelvis, so I knew that I wanted high fiber foods and something that was really good. So I storm cloud, mom life. I wanted something that was super high fiber and that was gonna work with my system. Not just high fiber that was gonna add more bulk to the pelvis area, but something that was going to work with my body and work for me. So that's how the lactation brownie recipe was created. When I went and looked and saw all the ingredients that were at all the brands that were at Target and all this stuff, I'm like, ew, like this is full of junk. Like one of the first ingredients on one of the ones I saw was butter. And I'm like, okay, I don't want butter in my body. Two, most women who have their baby, like they are conscious of, you know, getting their body back, right? So I was like, I don't want that. I'm sure there's other women that don't want that. And three, how many women have dairy issues? Like if you have dairy issues, your baby who's eating from you is probably gonna have dairy issues. And like, why are you gonna give yourself a humongous stomach ache when this whole area is like trying to heal and fix and go back to normal, and you're gonna add all this stuff that's gonna make you bloated and gross. And like same thing with gluten. It was like I didn't want traditional flour. I didn't want all these things that were gonna cause inflammation for me and my baby, that could potentially give my baby eczema and all this stuff. So with that said, I created these brownies. They're amazing. Yeah, you can make them right at home. I've thought about packaging them. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. If you guys want me to package them, if you would purchase them, let me know. But yeah, they are gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free,
refined sugar-free. I use coconut
sugar instead. Amazing, low glycemic. So if you guys are worried about that, if you have gestational diabetes, should you eat a lot of them? Probably not, but they're really good for you. Also too, like if you don't want, you know, as much of the coconut sugar in there, use the dates. I mean, date is a whole raw food. So use more dates, double the date quantity, if you will, as opposed to, oh, there she is, she's out. Double the date quantity instead of doing as much coconut sugar, which I do that sometimes. Sometimes because I'm out of coconut sugar, sometimes because I feel like my potassium's low and I need the dates back into my body. Also, if you read any of the things on Pinterest, dates are incredible for labor and they really prepare you for labor. Also, so are chia seeds. Funny enough, chia seeds are also really important for like marathon runners. They give you such good energy. Also, they're super high in omega-3s, so it's like all these things are also really important for the baby, important for the baby's development, important to keep your calories up with good healthy food and good healthy natural fats. There's no oil in these, which is really hard to find vegan yummy goodies with no oil, one, and then something that actually tastes good too and it's still moist. They're so good! If you guys have made them, you know. Anyways, that's it, you guys. I just want to drop in here and talk about my brownies and why I made them. The link is below. It's totally free. You can get the recipe. Make them for your baby. Make them for your body. If you have a friend that is, you know, about to give labor, or maybe already did, and is struggling with her milk supply, make them for her. Wrap her up in a bow and tell her, you know, these are gluten-free, dairy-free. You know, they're not going to affect the baby. Can they potentially give the baby gas? Yes, because they are super high fiber and there is cocoa powder in them. But those are things you got to kind of weigh out. But I promise you, if something in these brownies are giving your baby gas, anything else that's on the market is going to give your baby gas. So just keep that in mind. These are the most sensitive, friendly treats you could possibly eat when you're breastfeeding and you're exhausted, you're tired. They're like one of the best things, ooh, to warm up in the microwave. And like, I always put banana and ice cream on them, so they're like warm and gooey, and then I've got the cold banana and ice cream, and it's just like delicious. So there's a trick. There's also this really yummy, I don't even remember the brand, but it's coconut vanilla ice cream, dairy-free. And I would buy that, and I would take like a scoop of that and then my banana and ice cream. So I was cutting down the fat, right? Coconut ice creams and a lot of ice creams that are on the market are still really high in fat. And for me, that just doesn't work well for my body. It's not a natural thing for my body to be able to process. So I cut down the fat, but still get that really hearty flavor. So I mix the banana with the coconut, and then I put it on top of my brownies, and it was so good. So there's that. If you're a mama and you're exhausted and you're tired, you can do that, and it's really good. But anyways, that's it, you guys. If you're new to my channel, hit the little red subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. Make the brownies. If you know someone, you love someone, share this so they can see it too. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me on my ride to the airport to get my aunt. Okay, love you, bye.
Hey, go, go, go.